I'm waiting for a lass in my study group at college. I don't even like her really. She's too straight, if you know what I mean. She takes the mick out of me. But she needs me help and I want her to let me in gang. Wait till she sees this photo in Bolton Evening News I've just picked up. She'll want me in big group then when I tell her I were there and I can tell her all about it like. They love hearing about anyone famous. And Princess is fairly famous. Miss Prissy Knickers. Watch her face when I show her article. I'm not in it, but I were there on day watching it all. I never thought any of our youth group would meet royalty. I mean, royalty, as in Princess Anne royalty. My knees were shaking as I watched what was happening. And I was just too scared, really, to be a welcomer from our gay youth group. And my mum told me I shouldn't be too visible anyways, as someone from our street might see me, and then they'd know that I was one of them. I was glad to be on the sidelines, like. The princess. Or is it your highness? Anyway, a very tall lady with that funny sort of bun loaf thing on her head. She were wearing one of those old lady in a tie-bow blouses. Though I suppose she has to dress and look in a certain way. Made me feel very underdressed in me white sweatshirt with Waglib logo on the front. Though no one looked at me on entrance at door, sort of hovering on threshold. She spoke to a few people and then got shown round our offices near Market Hall. That's Market Hall to you, dear. What a thrill for the lads who were being presented. My involvement with the group in the photo? Yeah, I don't mind telling you. Ages ago, I fancied Whitney Houston. I always liked girls on TV or in bands. I never fancied lads. From as far back as I can remember, I always liked girls. I suppose I always felt different from being a little kid, but I never knew why. I just knew I weren't like my brothers and sisters somehow. My brothers always looked out for me like, but me sisters, they just used to say, "Get out of those baggy jeans and get into a nice dress, you look blooming butch." I pondered. What were butch other than the name of that dog down our street? I just felt different from everyone, alone, not like them. I didn't get the humour or how lads would just go after lasses and vice versa. The opposite sex, they were just mates to me. As a family, we used to watch the Aussie programme. Oh, me nan really liked it most of all. Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours with some love and understanding. You can get the perfect blend. That's when good neighbours become good friends. It meant I didn't have to help in the kitchen or wash the dishes if I snuggled next to Nana. Anyway, we'd all shuffle together on the sofa, which my mum called Titanic, as it seemingly held millions of sizes and shapes, though it were slowly sinking in the middle. I squashed right in the centre, our Trish one side, Nan on the other. We watched this hot new actor guy get out of a swimming pool. He were wearing the smallest Speedo trunks I've ever seen. Well, they were all giggling over him and fancying him. I'm more interested in his swimming style, like. Then, Kylie Minogue came on screen. I could melt. I felt all hot and uneasy, sort of sick in my stomach. I say I needed a wee. I dash upstairs and I just roll around under my covers for a while. Eventually, I fell asleep with the feeling that this is what I've been waiting for. Girl, love, the world made sense. But it was scary. The next day I wake up, I say I'm not well, I can't go to school. Me mum almost drags me out of bed. She says she isn't having any of it as she has to go to work or she'll be in bother. She works at Damart, so we always have great winter coats. Though I hated those girly pink things she always gets us. I wanted a boy's dark winter mac like our Rob's. Me nana goes, "Don't you worry, Jean. You get off to work, love. I'll look after her." So she does. As soon as she's out the door, Nana turns to me. "Come on, what is up with you? You know you can tell us anything, don't you, Steph? You won't be in trouble. I won't be shocked. And I won't tell your mum and dad unless you want us to." I started crying, but like proper crying, howling and snotting out my nose. If you don't quieten down, the whole street are going to hear you. She gave me a big hug like, and then she goes, "Nothing so bad you can't tell your own nana, is it?" She had this look of love on her face. "Is it that you're one of those, them there lesbians, Steph? Gay? Are you gay, Steph?" I blush. How does she know? Well, maybe, Nana. What makes you say that? She leans in and I can smell the Estee Lauder perfume she loves. "Oh, lovey, I've known since you were tiny. You like to be called Steve, not Steph. Used to take our Rob's cars and guns out to play with. I love you no matter what. Always did, always will. It's not a problem to me. But I don't think your dad will take it too easily like. He likes his lasses to be girly like our Trish. You're more like your brothers with your hobbies, your likes and dislikes. I've seen you looking at our Rob's nudie pin-up poster in the garage." I felt loved and safe in an instant. It turns out it was the other way round. Me dad "Well, as long as you do well at school, like, and you get a good job in office, I don't care what you are." Me mum, though, she did a blooming nutting. She literally explodes. "I always thought you were boyish, but not this. Why'd you go spoil things?" Sort of created a bit of a barrier between us. The next day I went back to school. I enjoyed school like. A bit too Catholic for some, but it suited me. Sometimes I wish I'd gone Harper Green instead of Mount St Joseph's, but I suppose it would have been the same anywhere. Kids making fun of me because they saw I was different. I couldn't even tell my own teacher about it, as I had a massive crush on her like. College though, oh, that were great. And it was there that I first proper fell in love. I had a social life, as well as enjoying studying. I decided to join a newly set up gay and lesbian youth group in Bolton. We'd moved house at the time, and me and my girlfriend had split up. God, I cried buckets. I remember one of my old schoolmates, straight, says to me, "What you crying for? It's only a lass. If you're a lad, well then that's different." Mate, I could have lumped to one. But my nan always used to say, "Play nice, Steph," when I got a bit rough. Anyway, the group supported me with the trauma through both. The Bolton group supported like-minded, on the edge, sort of outcast, non-heterosexual and not ashamed of it people. Just like me. We did a lot of work in and around Bolton to promote support for our lot. The girls were equal to the boys and we all wanted the same thing. To be in a safe space. With mates who understood us, who thought and felt the same. That's why Princess Anne came. She heard about the work we did. And for some reason, so my nan says, the royals have always been supportive of gay people and people on fringes of society. Me nan knows a heck of a lot about the royals. She adores Diana and Charles and the Queen, Oh, she were right chuffed when I said that we were going to get to speak to and be presented by Princess Anne, all for the work that we did. You know, I think it's okay to be our age and gay in Bolton these days. Don't get me wrong, it's still a nutty homophobic town like. So, thank you, Your Majesty, for coming. And as my nan said loudly, standing next to me on the entrance to the door, "Hey, it's a right gay day!" She meant happy, of course. Silly sausage. She keeps forgetting it's got two meanings. God, I'm dead proud of me nan. I love her to bits. I can be totally myself around her. And she just scoops us up and is always there. Nan to the rescue.